when en bloc happens, right, there's rejuvenation. So that's a win from a URA's perspective.
URA's perspective.
Because it's a natural rejuvenation of old developments, old buildings into new developments, which improves the landscape, the view of the landscape in Singapore.
So the point here is very simple.
Yeah.
You cannot stop Singapore from developing.
Yes, it's
development is always constant. And you're right, the word is rejuvenation of land.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Property Roundtable with myself and Rama, bringing value to your journey of buying and selling a landed property in Singapore as well as other segments of the market as well.
Yep.
Today we are going to talk about an interesting issue. And this issue, I think, is very close to the heart of a lot of people. We'll be diving straight into the collective sale of condos right next to landed homes.
Yep.
So is it a windfall for some or is it a nightmare for others? So if you're an owner, investor, or potential en-blocker, or how curious you are about this market, right, then you'll want to listen in to today's episode.
Yep.
So Rama, let's go straight into the core topic whereby we see what are the impacts of a collective sale of non-landed developments right next to landed estates.
Before we go in there, we also want to add on that we have some real-life case studies.
Yes.
I think about 2 or 3 we'll discuss at the end of the conversation.
For sure. Something close to a lot of people's hearts.
Yep. So positives, when we say positives, right, it's positive for who, bro? Positive for the en-blockers or positive for the landed property owner near the en-bloc?
I think a few positives.
Yeah.
When en bloc happens, right, there's rejuvenation. So that's a win from a URA's perspective.
URA's perspective.
Because it's a natural rejuvenation of old developments, old buildings into new developments, which improves the landscape, the view of the landscape in Singapore.
So the point here is very simple.
Yeah.
You cannot stop Singapore from developing.
Yes, it's
development is always constant. And you're right, the word is rejuvenation of land.
Yeah.
Yep.
The second winner would be definitely the owners of these old condos.
Confirm, bro. Confirm. If they don't agree, it will never go through.
Correct. But why? It's a win for some and maybe not a win for others. But why do we call it a win for some of the owners? Because for 80% of the owners who voted to go pro towards en bloc, right? And the outcome, if it's successful, it means it's a windfall in the case for them. Regardless, they've been trying to sell or they've never wanted to sell. But I think coming together, there is a collective sale premium that they can tap on, which is on the land. Versus you sell yourself.
Correct. But the interesting thing is, these people who have this en bloc happening right beside the landed zone, it's a windfall for them. Why, you know or not, bro?
Why? They can sell, then they go and buy the landed.
No, bro. Even before that, they do something else. Actually, it's not them, bro. It's the developer who will be doing this, bro.
Yes.
They say, you are buying beside a landed precinct. Wow. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean?
Low density, unblocked view.
Unblocked view,
Correct.
So it's always a premium,
Correct.
Yeah,
so,
that's how they position it.
Yeah, I mean, for the third winner, of course, in this whole experience definitely has to be developers. Because there are 2 ways that developers can tap on new land, right? One is from government land sale, which the vendors are typically URA or once in a while, very rarely, even HDB themselves have land where they can sell. But the only way to tap on matured estates, right, and big pieces of land, right, has to come from en bloc. Which is why en bloc is something that is very close to the heart of developers because it allows them to tap into this space for land. Correct?
Yep.
So it's the same for landed. Seller, don't put it in the market, no chance for a buyer to buy. Condo don't come together for en bloc. Developer, no chance to buy. So I would say, if the developer bids and the developer wins, then it must be a win for them because no profit, they also won't do.
But I got another question there. I don't know whether this is a positive or not.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to see what are the positives for the landed owners. All these years, they've been looking at a very unsightly building. Okay? Maybe poorly maintained, then got pest issues. Then suddenly people, got en bloc already, something new is going to come. Everything's going to be new. Do you think it's a positive for the landed owners?
I think we're going to touch a bit more later when we give some case studies and whether that will be a positive. So for case study 1 today, right, I think this is something that will be very close to the heart of a lot of people. In our favorite landed district with the highest inventory and highest
But bro,
trading volume.
But are we going to talk about the negatives as well?
I mean, a positive could be a negative to someone, a negative could be a positive, but let's go straight into the case study first.
Okay.
Let's talk about a development, an old condo called Chuan Park.
Chuan Park. On the papers, bro.
Yeah. Chuan Park is an en-bloc that is in District 19 of Singapore. So District 19, for the new people who have never watched our channel before, is located in Serangoon, Hougang. These areas are or Kovan, it's all District 19. So Chuan Park sits near to Lorong Chuan or the Lorong Chuan MRT, right? It's very near there. So it was an old development, and of course it was successful in its attempt to do en-bloc. And the new iteration of Chuan Park, the new Chuan Park, was launched and was well received by the new consumers.
It's almost double, you know, from 444 units to 916 units.
Correct. So first thing is for sure, when you buy en-bloc, right, there must be a premium, right?
Correct.
For the sellers to agree. So the price points will naturally go up. So the pricing benchmark for District 19, so a clear leader in District 19 today in terms of price point has to be Chuan Park.
That's right.
But fair play lah, it's a new product. It's located near to the major amenities like CTE. It's located near to MRT.
Train station,
you check all the boxes.
Absolutely, bro. Actually, it was also on the news for a lot of other issues before
the en-bloc was done.
I think they had, government took back some part of the land for the building of the train station. And you know what? Only $1 was paid to them. You know, but they were very unhappy. Oh, you take my land, only pay me $1, something like that. But look on the bright side. At the end of the day, when it went for en-bloc, the train station just beside, the value goes up. Right? So what were the negatives, bro?
Negatives would be every time. Okay, en-bloc centers around rejuvenation, which is new. But the second thing, which is a double-edged sword, it's intensification. So wherever you have en-bloc, and when I was doing en-bloc for quite a number of years, we always talk about untapped plot ratio. That means you can build more units or directly replace, meaning one for one, or a bigger unit can today be cut into many smaller units. You know, they don't build it the same way anymore. Last time, two-bedder is 1,002 square feet. Now, two-bedder is 600 square feet. So can you just imagine that now a two-bedder in the past, after en-bloc becomes 2 units of two-bedders. So there will be intensification. So you see Rama's numbers, right? 400 plus units become 900 plus units. So in my example itself, it already does show that there's an intensification in the number of units. So that is a pro to the developer, but maybe a con to the owners, because it's more units means more people.
So looking at the pros to the landed owners, if I hear you correctly, all these price adjustments or new price points are going to definitely affect the landed property per square foot prices.
Yes, I think en-bloc, as mentioned earlier, right, creates new pricing benchmarks.
Correct.
In terms of end product. But yet, we do know that when en-blocs happen, right, it's based on a land price, right? Price per, plot ratio, right? So for a land perspective of pricing, right, it should have a positive spin or impact onto the landed owners around them.
So very true, bro. I have to agree with you on that. But looking at the negatives as well, right? What do you feel of all these landed owners, right? They have to go through this construction phase for the next 3 to 4 years.
Well, you can't win everything. I mean, it helps with the pricing, it helps with attention to that area, but you have to live with the construction. But to be honest, not everybody is right next to the development phase of the project, right? You are within that neighborhood. So there will be more people who will benefit from that price point movements rather than the negatives of being close to the development.
This reminds me of the time, many years ago.
Which year?
Many years ago, bro, okay? I was working in this place called...
When McDonald's still in box one, the styrofoam box, is it? Many years ago.
No, bro. I think that was your error, bro. Okay, anyway, coming back.
Yes.
Chai Chee Technopark. Okay, residents who are living in this place, please, I already apologize first already, okay? I bought a car that time, my first car. I was working in Chai Chee Technopark. Then, of course, I want to save some money, don't want to park at the Chai Chee Technopark. So I always park across at the landed Opera Estate.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm bringing up this topic is when a project like Chuan Park, 916 units, and then you also have other types of properties there like HDB estates, there's also industrial buildings around that area as well. So when there's a landed estate, a lot of people coming in. I was about to go into the topic of how are we going to manage traffic, but now how are we going to manage parking? Is this a negative for the landed owners?
Actually, for en-blocs, right, there's this thing called the traffic impact assessment. So LTA would run this traffic impact assessment during the process of the development doing en-bloc. And they would expect the eventual buyer, right, to mitigate the traffic density or intensity, right? If they want to increase the number of units significantly. I mean, case in point, years ago, Tampines Court was en-bloc and it became Treasure at Tampines. It literally scaled up the number of units to about 2,000. I would say till today, Tampines, Treasure at Tampines is still one of the largest developments in Singapore. Confirm the traffic kena impact one.
Correct, bro.
Correct. So there will be a case where developers have to explain or come up with a proposal to the authorities as to how they're going to mitigate this traffic.
Sorry, I got to stop you there. When you say the developers has to come up with a what?
A proposal.
A proposal.
Yes.
Do the developers end up paying for these proposals?
Interestingly, yes, they have to pay themselves to get professionals to analyze how to mitigate this issue, right? I mean, developers are not traffic controllers or players as well, right? They also need the professionals to come in. But this is why I'm saying this, or why we are saying this. I'm just trying to let landed owners around the en-bloc estates know, right? That it is not a by the way thing that, oh, they come in and just intensify, it's going to impact your area. They have to, the authorities do have a hawkish approach towards, like, if you want to intensify, right, you must be sure that the traffic impact study or analysis is done.
So the point here is it's not just about the developers or the en-bloc sellers or the landed owners. There's an important figure, the URA. They come in to mitigate all these things, which is something that most people don't talk about. And I think credit is due where credit is due.
Correct.
I think these guys do a fabulous job. They do a lot of studies before even letting any developer do what they want to do.
So for the case of Chuan Park, of course, D19, it's always popular. But we can actually talk about another example. So in District 5, where's your Pasir Panjang area, right? Or West Coast, Pasir Panjang area. And Flint Park was then redeveloped into Terra Hill.
Terra Hill, that's right.
Yes, Terra Hill. Same thing. You know, around the landed of Terra Hill, right, there are landed developments, right? You got pockets of landed development around there. And when this development came up, right, it's also the same. So some people were saying, hey, you know what? It used to be so quiet around that area, but now there's way more density. And there's also this thing, I don't know if you have the same experience as me, Rama, because some people, when en-blocs happen around the estates, they say that, hey, I lose privacy. People now can look into my house. What do you think of this comment?
I was just about to tell you that as well. Our initial case study was Chuan Park. I would term it as a high-rise.
Correct.
This one is not high-rise. This is mid-rise.
Yes, correct.
So we have low-rise, mid-rise and high-rise. So not that mid-rise cannot look into your house. Again, I think in order to preserve the intensity of that land, I believe URA has already studied and realized that there's no way you can build high intensity or high-rise buildings here. This is the max I can give you. If you can make up money out of this place, then go ahead and develop it. And also to preserve the outlook of the place. Like what Harvey mentioned earlier, right? That area must be also able to support the infrastructure.
Correct.
There's a lot of testing to be done.
Correct.
Then there's a lot of other studies like, okay, what's the dynamics here? Who are the people living here? How many people are living here? Do we need schools? Do we need hospitals? So a lot of other things are also being studied at the same time.
Just to make a point, right? Prior to like Flint Park, right? There were not many significant en-blocs that happened in District 5, for example, right? So there were government land sales, of course, further down, right? But there were no en-bloc happening around that area. And because of that, I think naturally the price points of freehold, this Flint Park was freehold, right? So Terra Hill is freehold. So it did put a new price benchmark into that location. It did bring more attention towards the Greater Southern Waterfront plan. And the moment you start marketing new project, what do agents do? Do TikTok lah, do video lah, talk about all the grand schemes or the best things around the area, right? So all these ambassadors, when they're selling new project, right, help benefit the landed owners around there as well. Because now District 5 is no longer just a sleepy, Pasir Panjang. I used to stay Pasir Panjang. People say that, wow, you stay in place, Niao Pu Sen Tan. You know what's Niao Pu Sen Tan, no, bro? The bird also don't want to go there. And don't want to go there and hatch the egg, right? But now D5 is different. Now D5 is sexy. And we do have a couple of landed homes that are brand new, freehold landed homes there for sale. We're not, I'm just sharing with you for those who are keen on the new builds around the area.
This is another reason, bro, talking about the negatives, right? I always wonder, hey bro, wow, all these years in my life driving in Singapore roads, why do we always have construction? Now actually I understand why, bro. Because sometimes you just have to widen certain roads to facilitate certain things.
Correct.
Right? But sometimes in certain estates, no matter how much of studies you do, you cannot widen the road means you cannot widen the road.
Correct.
So these are instances where you know this one cannot lah. So there are a lot of things into why an en-bloc is priced in a certain way. Because there's also, you need to look at the guy who's going to rebuild and make money. If he cannot make, means cannot make lah.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, of course, the case studies can go on forever. There are other examples like Mayor Park. And then, I mean, we could also talk about like even potentially what's coming up, like Loyang Valley. They are attempting en-blocs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, right, the key takeaways we want to share with our viewers today, because this is a topic that it's likely to happen to a lot of landed developments moving into the future. Because as Singapore gets older, more and more old developments will attempt en-bloc. And if it makes financial sense for the developer, then they will buy. And there will be new development. So when en-blocs happen near landed homes, right, one of the key takeaways that the table we feel, right, is that they will unlock the land value for the landed owners around there. Right, bro? Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Unlocking means new pricing benchmarks will come. And many moons ago in this channel, Rama had mentioned that, that new developments from price perspective, PSF would help with landed properties around that area. Case in point, Lentor area is very big. There are multiple projects. Lentor has become like a cornerstone name where Lentor Collection, Lentor Modern, you name it, Lentoria and stuff. Truth is, that growth around that area, the mixed development around there, the shopping mall, that brings price points there and price attention to the sellers around there to raise and unlock their land value.
So Lentor Modern and Lentor Central is fully sold out. And TOP resale market is now booming. People want to buy 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom. That's good news to the landed owners nearby, man. I mean, prior to that, nobody even talked about the landed estate there. Today, the eyeballs all there, no? You know, I mean, a train station is there. Come on, man. So in that context, not everywhere, but this particular area did well. I mean, I'm talking for the landed owners lah.
Correct.
Okay. And the other thing you were saying, right, is about the pricing. So it resets the price.
It resets the price. And this price button reset, right, it's very interesting because for landed homeowners, right, typically get beat down when it comes to like valuation, right? Everyone's asking, why are landed homeowners always asking above valuation? In all fairness to landed homeowners, right, sometimes when your estate is small, there are not enough transactions that price you and mark you to the market, making you what's your real current value, right? So therefore, new developments around there will bring new reset price points as well. And of course, there could also be some positives with new developments, like if it's a mixed development, you can have a mall, right? Good ma, you can bring your kid there, your helper can go there, buy stuff for dinner and stuff like that. That's absolutely awesome.
Then of course, there's once in a while, these people don't want to pay for parking in the mall, they'll come park at your estate lah, okay?
And therefore, there are also certain potential like impacts when it comes to en-bloc developments being around landed estate. So Rama, for example, what are some of the things that are negative?
Negative?
I won't use the word negative lah, maybe impact.
Like what we mentioned in the earlier part of this series, right, is you have to live through the construction lah. Bro, actually, I don't know. I didn't want to bring this up earlier, but I thought, never mind. Since the camera's rolling and I think, just let it go. I know of a place in D8.
Yep.
It was bought over by an embassy.
Okay.
Okay. If you all Google it up, you would know D8 embassy. Okay. So they bought it near a plot of land near another 3 more plots of land which are mid-rise condominiums.
Yep.
Okay. So when they decided to flatten the land and everything, right, termites started entering from that area because they tried to clear the place, right?
Yeah.
There were a lot of termites there.
Yeah.
So they went into these developments.
Yeah.
So the developments were actually affected by it. So they made a complaint. So whoever the developer was there came back to make good of this place. Okay, these are things that you may not know that can happen, especially when the land has been barren or bare for a long time. Okay, so that is one of the negatives because you live through the construction and you may not know what happens while the construction is going on.
And anything that has to do with nature and the disruption of nature and natural habitats, there could be potential of such risks. But of course, if we can't put a finger to it, we cannot make our decisions based on that. We cannot say, hey, Harvey, Rama, I think I don't buy these because there's potentially an en-bloc hovering around here. And because of that reconstruction, there may be all this. I mean, yes, that could be your priority. For those who are looking for potential price increments, en-bloc around the area, they are happy. But for those who are very specific as to their needs, as to, oh, I'm very worried, got pests and all these, right? Then, of course, you can always navigate around. So what could be an advantage to some, it's not so great for others
I got
as well.
one more negative point, bro, which is a topic of debate as well. Today, when we talk about landed property, right?
Yes.
They want all the convenience, bro. The MRT station must be a stone's throw. The bus stop must be sheltered.
Can.
Huh?
Yeah.
Can.
Can.
Okay, all these they want, bro. But then there are also another group of people, right? They prefer and love privacy.
Yes.
They don't want to see people run.
Yes.
They don't want to see train station.
Yes.
They don't want to see train passing by.
Yes.
They want peace, quiet.
Yes.
But these people, right, when they start to rejuvenate the place around here, you will start seeing more and more people hovering around this place.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, URA plays a very a regulatory role when it comes to such things, right? Obviously, URA is Urban Renewal Authority. There will be urban renewal. And therefore, when it comes to being authority in such cases, right, I think URA does play an active part in managing all these transitions. And for the landed home owners, right, I think your sole focus, right, is basically what's in it for me. If en-bloc happens, what's in it for me? Like, I think the main summarized takeaways is that price resets will happen. I think price points will go up around the area. So if you just want a summary, and the negatives could be that it's higher density traffic impact, maybe like what Rama says, potential maybe pest impact, or even for some it could be just living through the period of reconstruction or redevelopment that really concerns them. So if you are already an owner around there, I think you could run away and take the positives because you can't change you're already there So if you are just listening in as a potential home buyer or investor, right, in future, right, maybe what you can take away from this episode is you can think a bit deeper, like what matters more to you? Is it the price capital value increment or could it be the negative impact? So Rama, if it were you, right, at the table we always make a stand. Would you buy a landed property that has a potential for en-bloc around the area, hoping for price to go up, or would you not do so?
The former, bro, for sure.
For sure.
For sure, the former.
Okay.
I encourage en-bloc happening in Singapore because for a fact, I know that this cannot be controlled. It's not in my hands.
Yes.
Okay. And it is only fair, especially for the country that we live in, where the land is scarce.
Yes.
It is a must. We have to rejuvenate. We have to move forward.
Yes.
And this is something I can't say no and then get away with it. Right? So I'm actually going to go with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So naturally, I think what Rama prioritizes is that if he takes a position, he wants to have that potential of a price capital gain because it is going to keep happening. As the nation grows older, there'll be more rejuvenation going on.
That's right.
For me, right, I have an answer already because I have been buying my places around big transformation plans. Although it may not be right side by side to my house, I've been looking at buying things so that it's near to very huge transformation plans, right? Why is that so? Because, when Singapore promises you that they'll do something, right, they will deliver. So when that happens with new developments going on, even for normal needs, right, it's it's well served, right? There will be new restaurants, there will be new supermarkets, there will be new coffee shops, there will be new malls, there will be new offices. I think there will be enough natural, innate, latent demand for the area around there. But from a capital value perspective, at round table, right, we always speak to our clients, right? We actually prioritize capital value gains over daily needs because your daily needs may be different from someone else. But from a baseline perspective, right, our value add is bringing you to the place where we feel that there will be and there should be, less for any thing extraordinary that happens, a price gain.
Bro, from a very, very wise man, bro.
Yes.
Okay, for every owner who benefits, right, there's a neighbor wondering if their lifestyle will be disrupted.
Yes, correct. So it's that's why they will say there will be winners and so-called winners and losers lah. But ultimately, en-bloc is a natural exit mechanism that is set by Strata Act of Singapore that allows for rejuvenation to happen. You like it or you don't like it, right? It falls into the hands of the group of owners that stay in the condo.
Correct.
So for the people around there, the only thing that you can decide is whether you want to get out or you want to stay there or you want to ride with this. So if you are very interested or if you feel that all these things that we're talking about in this specific episode, right, it's aligned with the things that you are concerned about, which means that you basically are somebody looking to buy something and you want to make sure that your needs or even your wants of the price points to gain, right, and grow your property portfolio's value, right? I think we will be the guys that you should reach out to. Below the description of our YouTube video, it will be like links for buyers, sellers, and of course, agents who want to reach out to us, which you have been. Thank you so much. If you're looking to be more focused, if you're looking to for a career switch, right? Or even if you're not even an agent, you can approach us and then we can have a chat about your next move, like our clients who are approaching us for their next move in their real estate journey. So if you like what you watched so far, do like, share, and subscribe. And you can see recently we have a lot more shorts, right? Because we're just trying to have nuggets of information out there. If something that appeals to you, feel free to watch the full version of our videos. And thank you, and signing off, and see you in our next episode.